Hi, as you can see from this big monochrome badge on the tank here, today we're testing a Victory Cruiser. The particular model I'm sitting on is part of the Vegas range, and there's a few bikes in this range, a couple we've tested on the show already. This particular model is called the Vegas Low, and as you can see it's got a pretty low seat height here. In fact, this seat's 33mm lower than the standard Vegas. The foot pegs, well, they're 57mm backwards as well. Also in keeping with the low theme, are some 2-inch pullback bars which come back a bit further, and the scalloped sides here make it a little bit narrower. So this bike is basically aimed at shorter riders. Now I'm probably the wrong person to be testing it at 190cm, but I can tell you now, even for me, the fit is really nice. It's a nice comfortable riding position. The single seat here holds in quite well at the back, and the reach to the bars is really natural. All in all, standard cruiser fare, very comfortable. Powering the Vegas Low is the same engine found in the rest of the range, and that's a 50-degree air-oiled cooled V-twin. Single overhead cam, 4 valves per cylinder, self-adjusting cam chains and hydraulic lifters, so that means the maintenance should be minimal. Now, like most modern cruisers, the Victory is fuel injected. This one has 45mm throttle body, so plenty of gas getting in there. Transmission, 6 speeds, final belt drive which is carbon fibre reinforced, so it should last quite a while. Now, maybe the Vegas Low, it's still quite a big bike. In fact, overall length is just under 2.5 metres. Now, wheelbase is 1684. So saying that, the handling is really stable and confidence inspiring. Of course, it's not a sports bike, it's got a 21-inch front wheel, but it's very compliant in the corners, and as long as you don't get silly with it, it'll pretty much go where you point it. And these beautiful Stinger alloy wheels, they've lost 7 kgs from last year, so that's a big weight reduction and less reciprocating mass. So again, that will help the handling front. Like any big bore V-twin, it's all about the torque, and the Victory has got heaps of it. Don't need to rev this thing off to the red line, you just short shift it and stay in the meat of that torque curve, and it's a real pleasure. But if you want to rev it out, the Victory will happily come to the party and give you plenty of over rev. It's 288 kgs dry, which will bring it to somewhere around 300 wet, fully fueled. Luckily it's got a decent set of brakes on it. We've got a 300mm disc up front, 4-pot caliper, and a 300 at the back with a 2-pot, both floating, and both giving adequate performance, lots of feel through these big fat wide levers. Front suspension, pretty standard, 43mm forks, and a monoshock at the back which is adjustable for preload only. That's standard fare with most cruisers. And the steering angle and the rake and trail figures, again, they're roughly about the same as most other cruisers out there. The two-tone paint job will cost you an extra roughly $500, meaning this bike retails for $29,995. That's pretty good value for a bike that looks this good off the showroom floor. You don't have to do anything to it other than maybe put some aftermarket exhaust to free it up a bit. And Victory do a whole range of those exhausts for you. All in all, this is a great bike. It looks the part, feels the part, and if you're out cruising, people just can't stop looking at you.